What if I'm too old to start again? Now, if you've ever wondered and asked yourself that question, am I too old to start again? This video's for you. And I want to tell you right now, you are not. Your story isn't over. And let's talk about why that is. Now, often society is very ageist, and it tells us that reinvention is for the young or something else. But history proves otherwise. I'm going to take three examples. Vera Wang. I've said Vera because I live in Spain and there's a town down the road. Her name is Vera. I apologize. Vera Wang. First wedding dress, 40 years old. Julia Child. First cookbook, 49.50, right? Maya Angelou didn't become a famous poet until her 40s. She had a career beforehand. But how about this? In 2013, at the tender, sweet young age of 85, she published the seventh volume of an autobiography. Now, come on, if she can do it at 85, we can do it in our 50s and 60s and 70s. So I've gone and searched for a couple of quotes by each of these people. So Vera, make sure I say her name right. I've still got the town down the road in my head. Success isn't about the end result. It's about what you learn along the way. When you have a passion for something, you will create for the rest of your life. So if we reflect on this, what it's saying is reinvention is a journey, not a destination. So she may not have set out to be a designer, but she followed her passion, and that led to success. Julia Child. My favorite quote of hers is, "A party without cake is just a meeting." I mean, cake. Reinvention should be fun. Find something you're passionate about and keep tremendously interested in it. And you'll never know everything about anything, especially something you'll love. So passion and lifelong curiosity. So you'll never know everything. You'll never know everything about anything, especially something you love, because we remain curious. Passion and lifelong curiosity fuel reinvention. So for this lady, this at her age, I mean, she wasn't terribly old, didn't stop her from becoming an icon. Her perfect age. Um, Maya Angelou, oh, she's got so many lovely quotes. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. My goodness me, a butterfly goes through many stages. Do the best you can until you know better. And then when you know better, do better. That is adorable. I love that. Courage is the most important of all virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. So when we look at the reflection of that, reinvention takes courage, it takes heart, patience, and being open to transformation, just like the journey of the butterfly. And her life is a testament to never giving up on, expression, expressing your voice. Now, of course, there is a science to change. I am not a neuroplasticist, not even a word, but neuroplasticity, get my teeth around it, the brain can change at any age. And it's this power of new experiences that keep us mentally and emotionally alive and vibrant. So, you'll have heard, I've got three dogs. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, you can, because the human brain is remarkably adaptable. So I'm going to say again, change is possible at any age. Now, my mum she's a fantastic example of this. She retired, always been a painter, but painted like commissions for people. And then at some point she's just went, I'm gonna paint what's in my heart. And her paintings are beautiful. They are absolutely amazing. And she's also written something like, I don't know, 7 or 8 books that are a combination of like novels and her life. She is still doing stuff. I mean, at the moment, she's learning to play the electric piano. So there you go. And she's 86. So it is possible that no matter what age you are, your brain is constantly reshaping itself based on our thoughts, experiences and actions, and we are never stuck. So learning a new skill like a language or an instrument, my mum, creates new neural pathways. The other thing that amazes me with her, she can do these like the Telegraph and the Times cryptic crosswords. I can only do them when I'm with her. I just have no idea, but all of that keeps all these neural pathways going. And practicing things like positive thinking or gratitude definitely rewires your brain for happiness. I started something in December called the Year of Gratitude and Yes, and I can honestly say it's really, really changing my life. So challenge yourself to new experiences. Those new experiences can reduce stress, well, as long as you choose the right new experiences, and improve your emotional well-being. And it keeps your brain young. And it increases things like resilience and adaptability, making change feel exciting rather than overwhelming. Try telling that to my mum with some of the other things that come up. But she loves a bit of creativity and that keeps her happy. So if you think about it, your brain is like it's like a river. It flows and shifts and carves new pathways based on what you do. It's not a rock, it's not solid. You don't have to crack it to change the way we feel about what is going on. So learn something new, challenge yourself with your daily routine, go and do something different, surround yourself with inspiring people, and do things like journaling, affirmations, and visualizations and things like that, because what you can do there is write your future into existence. So reinvention isn't just about your mindset. It is possible at any age. Our brain is designed to evolve and adapt and grow with us. The only question is what is that story that you want to write for yourself? So I just want to remind you about Maya Angelou. In 2013, at 85, the 7th volume of her autobiography, right? 7th. So what is one small change you can make today that your future self is going to thank you for? Share in the comments. Now, if you're ready for transformation, I have a number of what I call creative life writing courses. The one that I am currently running is called 6 Weeks to a New You. It's about kickstarting your reinvention program, and I run it both live and I'm in the middle. Yeah, I'm keeping my brain going. I'm in the middle of creating it as an online course. But if you come to my website, there's lots of stuff that's going to help with that, enabling you to reinvent yourself. It's interesting because I think so many of us go through reinvention and some of us fight it. I know I have fought quite a few things. And when we really embrace what we're passionate about, what feels like our purpose, things change. Now, I've loved the storytelling and the reflection and structured transformation that I used to offer in book coaching. Book coaching is about life reinvention. It's more than a journey of self-discovery, because when you're writing, you reinvent yourself again. When you market it, you reinvent yourself again. And all of those things require clarity, courage, and a willingness to embrace change. But I made the decision that
I didn't want to do book coaching anymore, and then wondered, what do I do? Well, I took all of those elements and brought them into this reinvention journey that I now offer, because it is about reclaiming your life, rediscovering your passions, and stepping into a new, more authentic chapter of your life. So just like every book has a beginning, a middle, and an end, so does the reinvention journey. So that's what led me on my reinvention journey to create, oh, knock my water over, the reinvention journey for other people. So, I've done that in my 60s. You can do that too. So how do you begin? So it can feel overwhelming. It did for me. I took myself into what I call the sacred void, and I listened, I meditated, I journaled, I wrote, I took myself away from things. And for me, it came in small, intentional shifts that really changed my perspective. For other people, you just kind of know. So I did resist. So reframe your mindset. Look at it as an adventure. Once I'm going to say, fought the resistance and pushed myself out of my comfort zone, it no longer became a challenge. It was like, oh, this is so exciting. It became an adventure. So we go from fear to curiosity. We go from, what if this goes wrong, to what if this turns out better than I could ever have imagined. And uncertainty is part of the journey. I used to love going on holiday, where I just like, oh yeah, I'm going to go there. And then I get on a train, and I can remember a boyfriend of mine going, what, we're on the wrong train. And I went, and who cares? We just get off, we get on another train. And he spent the entire holiday panicking. And I was like, oh, who cares? I've got my tent. We could catch a bus somewhere else or a train somewhere else. That uncertainty of not knowing where you're going I loved it. Trust yourself. Life, oh God, goodness me, life is for everybody full of twists and turns. And we can now start this new story with so much wisdom and so much experience. So what would happen if you could view your next step of an exciting adventure, rather than oh my God, a daunting task? Yeah. How can you embrace curiosity in this next step? Now, for me, it's all about writing, journaling, creative life writing, breathwork, visualization, all of those kinds of things. And ways to embrace journaling that help you do that is to write about, what are you leaving behind, but what lessons are you taking forward? Write about what you're leaving behind and what lessons you're taking forward. I talked about that transition from book coaching to being a reinvention guide. Create a vision. Describe your ideal life as if you are already living it. Explore possibilities. You can mind map, you can draw different paths. No idea is too big or too small. But remember, the way to eat I was going to say, I can't remember what I was going to say, but an elephant came into my head. So the way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Poor elephant. Don't eat any elephants. But do some daily check-ins. Track your emotions. Track your wins. Think about your insights. Remember that gratitude practice. That's really, really going to help you to stay in your heart. So here's a journal prompt. If I could rewrite my story today, what would the next chapter look like? Okay, reinvention is not about leaping off the top of the building and opening your arms and hoping you can fly, although you could do that. It's about small, consistent steps, a single shift in your mindset, one action every day, and that will create that momentum for the future that you want. So if you've got that great vision, I always say baby steps, poco a poco. And micro movements work because they reduce that overwhelm.
they build confidence, and then they create that lovely ripple effect. So what could you do? Now, I'm obviously going to invite you to sign up to a creative life writing of mine, but there might be something else that you'd love to do. You know, cookery, we've talked about someone who wrote cookbooks. You might want to join a class that'll teach you how to write poetry or pottery, or just do something that really makes your heart go, yes, I want to do that. Rearrange a space, declutter, give stuff to charity, do, you know, clean a drawer if the whole space feels too much. But it's about making space. Yeah. Have a conversation with someone who inspires you. Book a Zoom call with them. And try a new daily habit that realigns you with any of your reinvention goals. So tell me, this is accountability time. What is one tiny action you can take today to move you forward? So here are some final thoughts. You are one choice away from a new beginning. So reinvention, it's not about waiting for the perfect moment. There is no such thing as perfection. And I think that's a Salvador Dali quote. Can't remember it exactly, but there is no such thing as perfection. Reinvention starts this moment right here, right now, that you decide to shift your perspective, put pen to paper, take a small step forward, make that telephone call, book that course. So it's a single choice. And my question is what is that choice? So I'm going to leave you with an affirmation. I embrace change as an adventure, and I trust myself to create a beautiful new chapter in my life. I trust myself. Yeah. And it is an adventure. So for me, I always think of our lives as books. So, you know, we're writing a new chapter in our book, you know, we're holding that pen. And if you're ready, then I do invite you to come and look at my website, dalediley.com, and have a look at some of those creative life writing courses that I offer. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope that you'll join me in creating a new beginning, because it starts right here, right now, with a single choice.